personnel, and they brought the wide receiver down, and we didn't do a very good job with the crack with the corner, and they were blocking our safety. Simple as that. 2 times, at least I can remember, we had him back in the back, and we didn't make plays. You got to make plays. They did a nice job on the goal line. The number one, first the field goal fake, got them in position, and then they'd run the toss. They motioned down and never ever showed the toss, and then threw a pop pass off of it. Our guys, we needed to have our eyes in the right place. So it was, down there you want to make plays. We made a couple plays and held them to field goals before that. But it was one of those ball games where you kind of watch the momentum go back and forth. I was a little bit upset because we cut a line and we didn't really have any conversation with up in the box really the last 2 series. One of the trucks going by cut our cords as far as our headsets. And so for us, I just needed to do a better job on the sidelines because I wasn't getting much info. And really, if I could have came back with the call I did on the last drive where I could have shortened the edge, it would have made us a lot better, done us a lot better as far as the call was concerned. But when it comes to those kind of games when your kids play hard, really the only guy you can blame is the head coach, to be honest with you. I mean, you want to ask Kenny, I don't think it's fair that you ask Kenny, does this ball game sum up his season? I mean, it's one of those situations you're playing in a bowl game. I mean, I thought he fought his ass off, to be honest with you. I mean, you're sitting here with the guy's running, he's not 100%, he's playing with an ankle, and we're going to ask him a question. We're going to ask him a question like this game was a microcosm of how the season went. I thought Georgia was very athletic. I thought we had a good plan on both sides of the ball. In the first half, we played better, and they turned the knob up, and I told them they were going to turn the knob up and just try to enforce their will and come after us. And defensively, we didn't do a good enough job, really both sides of the ball when we needed to. We needed to make plays. And so it's in one of those games. We're 8-3 in the last 11 bowl games now. Than what we've done. This program knows how to get ready for them. We knew, and I thought we had a good plan, and I think our kids got ready to get ready to play. 2 of the biggest plays we had were on 3rd downs, and the most amazing thing is one was a broken play, and the other one was a play. We told them the defensive end never put his hand on the ground with a tight split because they were going to run a toss, and we put our hand down on the long run by Chubbs in the 3rd quarter. Well, I think it was 3rd quarter. They got him down into range, and you have to grow up. As a group, you got to grow up, and they'll be able to see it. And one of the things that happens is it's our fault if they do something and we didn't prepare them for it. It's another thing when we tell them what's going to happen and they don't adjust to it. And so we've played good defense around here. We understand how to adjust to what people do. Everybody talked about, well, we were small, we weren't going to be able to hold up the rim. I thought 49 yards at halftime, we did a good job with it. The second half, what we had to do is we had to play gap control and you had to tackle, and we didn't really do a good job with it. But I thought special teams, besides the punt fake, I thought we did a great job there. Our kickoff returns put us in a situation to be outside the 30, which gives you an opportunity to score. And I thought we did a nice job with our kicking team. So, it's one of those things where you got to make about 5 to 7 plays that we didn't make that would have given you an opportunity to win the ball game.
Gary, your thought on the job that John Diarse did for you today?
Oh yeah, I mean, John's been a great transfer. And John's exactly what I'm talking about. John's came from LSU, transferred, bigger body, and when you're playing a game with guys that are bigger bodies, you need guys with bigger bodies. We need to grow up, we need to get bigger, and we need to go play. And that'll happen. When you have 7 seniors and you have a lot of younger players, like I told them, when we come back from this 2.5, 3-week break, you got to come back. And it's like Andy Dalton after we lost the Fiesta Bowl in 2009. As soon as they lost it, as soon as they got back, they said, that's not going to happen again. And our group will have to decide it, and they went and won a Rose Bowl. And so this group here will have to decide. They'll have to decide what they want to be like in the spring, how they want to grow up, what they want to become, and the guys that we add to the circle, how they do things. But typically is a really good player, but he's 230 pounds. He needs to be 250 pounds. So for us, he's an example of what we need to grow into and become what we need to become. And we've never had to be bigger. You got to be able to handle the Big 12 and do the things you need to do. But I'm excited about the future. We got a lot of kids coming back, and they're good people. They're not just good players. So.
You mentioned you kind of held Chubb in check more or less up until the end of the third quarter. Then he gets the long run at the end of the third and goes well in the fourth. Was it just a matter of kind of wearing you down a little bit, or what?
Yeah, I think we've been, I think we've just been that way this season. I think if you looked at the Kansas State and Oklahoma State game, people that had a 2-10 quarter tailback, we just haven't handled that very well. We've got to do a better job of that. We've got some very good running teams in the Big 12 also. And so you got to get ready to play, and you got to tackle, and that comes with maturity and having energy in your body when you get to the fourth quarter. So that means we need to grow up, and we need to be able to rotate more with our players and do things. That means our backups got to get better, and so go from there. But if you know anything about our program, we don't make excuses. We've never made excuses, and we won't make excuses now. And so you've got to give Georgia the credit. They won the football game. They took it over in the fourth quarter and made some plays. Our offense went back down and got a touchdown, and we held them to a field goal, got ourselves in position, and then we didn't stop them in the end. And so that's kind of how the game ended. And so good programs learn how to finish. We've been those where we've learned how to finish, and you got to be able to do that. It's one of the things about being somewhere now going on 20 years. The one thing you learn how to do is outlast your competition. That's how I married my wife. I probably wasn't her first choice, to be honest with you. You got to outlast your competition. You got to do the things you need to do and get ready to go. Who would ever want to get married to a guy as fired up as I am on the sidelines? Think about it. But then what you do is you get yourself ready to go and enjoy it. And I made a mistake, like I said earlier, 3 or 4 years ago, of really getting after a team because we didn't win. You know what? I didn't do it this one because, what the bottom line to it is they got ready, they got prepared, and they're good people. If they weren't good people, then you'd have something to say about it. But this group is, and my hat's off to Georgia. Kirby was in a tough situation. You're a new head coach, you're an alumnus, you're 7-5. I was talking to him the last time they hadn't been to a bowl game, I think was when he was a senior. One of his years as a player. And so all the things he was going to have to put up with. And he said, it's one of him and I was talking about, how have you stayed in one place for 20 years? And I'll be honest with you, you got to have a little luck. And so, you got to give them and their staff a lot of credit because the pressure was on them. Because what they have, what the University of Georgia wants them to be able to do and what they want to get accomplished as far as winning national championships, just like we do. And so, you always, plus he's a defensive guy. Any defensive guy I'm going to give a little bit more credit to. You guys don't give us many chances. I'm just going to tell you right now. Don't give us many chances at all. Sorry, I know there's other questions.
No, we're done. Gary, thank you.
Perfect.
Quick presentations to the two players, the offensive player of the game, Tanya Park from Pennzoil here to make that presentation to Kenny Hill. Kenny, if you'll come on down. And Frank Susalis with the Tennessee Highway Safety Office presenting Nico Small, the Defensive Player of the Game award.